You want something to drink? Yeah, that'd be good. All right. You want a cup? Okay. Thanks. Oh, sorry, I need to take this. Oh, okay, no problem. What are you doing? I was just talking on the phone. You're gonna act like you don't know what I'm talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're moving in slow motion, dude. Oh, that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of thought it would look cool. Well, it doesn't, okay? You look like an asshole. Oh, that. Yeah, that's kind of harsh. You look stupid doing it, to be honest. Seriously, man? I don't think I can be your friend after this. Sorry. All right, can you see that? Hopefully, is that in focus? I hope it is. Check that out, huh? So a subscriber sent me something a little while back, and it's pretty cool, so I thought I'd share. It's a personalized notebook, which there it is. For like field notes and stuff. I mean, he even put on the back here, he even put the purple lightning bolt on here, and I used to have that up before the old green screen here. Anyways, this is who made it, somewhere, maybe right here, on here. And I just wanted to give a little shout out because this is the first thing a subscriber to the channel has given me, and it's awesome. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, it smells legit. So now, obviously, I assume all of you watching this are working on some other things to give me as well, and I can't wait to get those gifts. Now, they don't have to be handmade. I mean, I like cash and gift cards just like anybody else. Also, for as cool as the gift itself is, and this thing is cool, it was actually the way it was packaged that really stole the show and made me feel heard. So check out this dramatic reenactment. Why? Why are you doing this to me right now? I don't understand why this is happening, and how is this not personal? I have worked for this company for 12 years, and I have never, not once, have I ever done anything that would jeopardize this company. And now you're just letting me go? I need this job, Chuck. Okay, I can't tell you why, but I need the money. If I lose this job, bad things are gonna happen to me, okay? So I'm asking, no, I'm begging you, please. Please do not do this. Hello? Hey, Tommy. How's it going, man? No, I haven't been ducking you. No, it's just my phone, it hasn't been working, man. I've been having problems with my phone. Yeah, you know how unreliable these things are these days. Yeah, it does appear to be working now. It's good timing, right? I was actually just, I was gonna come see you tomorrow. I was, yep. What's that? I do know that I am late, yes. Look, I'm not gonna bullshit you, man. No, I don't have your money right now. I know, I just need a little bit more time. I know that's what I said last time, but this time is different. No, I know, but look, Tommy, Tommy, I just lost my job like 10 minutes ago. Yes, I know that's not your problem. I'm just trying to let you know where I'm at. I think I need probably another week, maybe 2. No, I am fully aware of what you do to people that don't pay you. No, I don't need an example. Trust me, I got you. Look, like I said, give me another week and then I'll be all squared up and then we can... Tommy? Tommy? Hello? Fuck. Hey, Jess. I have bad news. Not sure how to tell you this, but Jess, not you too. God damn it. What's that? I really need something good to happen here. What the fuck is this? What is wrong with that guy? No, not today. No. I mean, but seriously, dude, that was such a nice touch. Couldn't have done it better myself. If you don't understand what you just saw, you should check out my reviews for Leprechaun and Candyman. So today's movie is Gargoyles. No, not this Gargoyles, although that was a pretty sweet show. This one was directed by Bill Norton. He also directed 2 episodes of SeaQuest 2032. Man, you remember that show? That was at just 8 years from now. This is a made-for-TV movie that came out on November 21st, 1972, and runs for 114 minutes. The main players are Cornell Wilde as Dr. Mercer Bowley. He was also in Shark's Treasure. Playing his daughter, Diana, is Jennifer Salt. She was also in Deadly Care. The movie is about, as the name suggests, gargoyles. If you're feeling up for it, let's get into the movie. We start off with this voiceover talking about the devil and God and how it's better to rule than serve and this.
The devil proclaimed, "My offspring, the gargoyles, will one day rule the Lord's works, earth and man."
We also find out,
reborn every 600 years, the gargoyles joined battle against man.
And they're trying to sell us on this too.
Man has forgotten his most ancient adversary, the gargoyles.
Alright, I don't know about that. So I like the look of the credits, but for some reason they don't seem to go with the movie. They kind of make this look like an episode of Goosebumps. And I'm talking about the original Goosebumps, not this other bullshit. I mean, this one isn't bad either, right? I like Justin Long. Anyways, we see the doctor picking up Diana at the airport where she brings him this thing.
Calamudri will just about complete my collection of demons. Thank you, darling.
We also find out that he's a writer, but he's not a real doctor.
Do you really think the world of evil is just fantasy?
Who knows? It sells my books.
And he's currently working on his new book.
I've decided to call it 5,000 Years of Demonology.
Turns out his daughter is a photographer, so they're both going to work on the book. They take a wrong turn, and we get our first sense of a gargoyle.
What was that?
They're on their way to go talk to an old-timer called Uncle Willie, who may have something for the new book. Turns out what they're there to talk about is...
You wrote me that you had some Indian artifacts and transcripts of authentic exorcism rites.
So out back to the shed they head. Then we get the reveal. I mean, it's alright. It's a bunch of bones, you know, you can put them together how you want, but it's okay. It's okay. The doctor is understandably skeptical.
Come on, Uncle Willie. This is excellent work, but it's a concoction of unrelated bones.
But Willie does do his best to convince him.
The Indians told all about these devils, these spirits. They were real. I've got all the stories.
And gives him an ultimatum.
Now, either you make a deal with me to write this book, or you just get out.
Which surprisingly, Bully agrees to. Then things get a little ominous, shall we say.
Why are you locking that? What for?
I've got my good reasons, Dr. Bowley.
Willie then decides to get loaded before telling his story.
Not Nakatachicos. This great chief saw the Nakatakachunka in the desert.
I mean, that's probably just from years of living out in the desert. What do you do at night? You get loaded, you know? Build bone statues, I guess. And as he's telling it, they hear wings flapping, then all hell breaks loose. And Willie doesn't make it.
Save him!
He's dead!
And I really hope that I never end up in a situation where someone else gets to decide if I'm still alive or not. Because I know if it's reversed, there's not a chance in hell I'm reaching into a fire to try and save them. It's gonna be like, no, they're dead. How can you tell? They're barely moving. I mean, they're not moving, so they're dead. If you don't move it yourself, you're gonna be dead too. What am I, a fireman over here? I mean, they're on their own. And that's what they would do to me, hence I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Foley decides to loot Willie's place before he leaves. They make it to the car, but they're not alone. While driving, they listen to the tape recorder to try and identify the sounds they heard. Then we see our first gargoyle who attacks the wagon. But they are able to lose it. They find a fill station to get the car repaired and stay at the motel next door, where we meet the owner, who is fantastic.
I had a traveling salesman who was staying here who drove out on that road and got totaled by a semi right in front of my eyes.
The next morning, they come up with a plan. Well, he comes up with a plan.
We've got to go tell somebody about last night.
Well, about the old man, yes. The rest of it wouldn't make much sense.
Also, he thinks the skull
Looks to be 400 to 600 years old.
So they go to show the cops the burn pit, but before they get there, they think they already know the suspect.
There. Step on it, Jesse. There's your answer.
And are you ready for some sweet moto shredding? This goes on for a while. They get very close to getting away, but Yellow Shirt sabotages them. So see, if you look right here, he just bumps into Blue Shirt before taking himself out. He's sloppy. The sheriff is convinced that these kids burned down the barn, but Diana tries to stick up for them.
But when we ran out, there was no one around. How can you assume they did it?
Well, Mercer trails far, far behind.
You know, they could be telling the truth. They just happened to be riding by this morning.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, he does make a point.
Who caused all the trouble out here last night? Could have been one of these sudden winds. Shook loose some of the timbers.
But something about him does look like a guy who would just be like, well, that's taken care of. What do you want for dinner? Back at the motel, Mercer can't help himself and listens to the recording again until he starts to hear something, but decides to go to bed instead. And here's where the bullshit starts. They wake up to some burglars who snatch the skull, and you know what, guys? I mean, life's just moving a little too fast these days, so let's just slow it down, huh? I mean, just like, let's take a deep breath and really just slow it down. And really, this is the right reaction when a shirtless old man is running after you. I'm guessing Mercer is gonna try to steal back what they stole from him that he stole from them. Is anyone else getting turned on right now? Just me again, huh? I don't believe you. The gargoyle gets nailed by a semi and they take it inside where Mercer mentions,
I've seen them many times before.
You mean in your books?
The gargoyles.
but he never thought they were real. Diana asks why the Goyles are focused on them.
Not us. They want the bones of their dead. We've got to get this body to L.A. They'll be back for this one, too.
Man, this guy can't help but steal shit, can he? The hotel owner shows up and we get some more great character work.
I've seen them all. Drunks, dopers, but I got a feeling I got a new one this time.
Alright, so we have 38 minutes left here. We have to really get going. Diana goes to the police station secretly and tells them,
But they're innocent. They didn't kill the old man. My father and I can prove it now.
but they don't want to hear it. So she goes straight to the suspects and explains.
In our motel room, it really looks like a monster.
Hold on,
It's called a gargoyle.
But it's not very believable.
There was a fire and Uncle Willie got killed.
You and your old man sniffing glue back in that motel?
So apparently she walked to the station, and on her way back, we do get great music. And again, guys, let's just slow things down already. You know, we just move too fast these days. They take the body with them because they very much respect the dead. But before they can leave, Diana gets grabbed and they flip the car, knocking out Mercer. So I really am curious who decided that the gargoyles always need to move in slow motion. I mean, if we could say one thing, it's that they keep it consistent at this point. Next, we see the head goyle as he approaches Diana, and it really sounds like a creep that you would find on the subway. By the way, it's played by Bernie Casey. He was in Revenge of the Nerds and I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Fantastic movie, by the way. If you haven't seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, check it out. So the underlings finally grab their friend's body and the head honcho decides to do a full-on kidnapping. And I think we all know where this is going, right? Maybe this will help. The next day, good lord, they're still in slow-mo. You know what? I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back. Still going, huh? Cut to the motel owner running to the police, and I love two things about this. One, she's an alcoholic, and it's an emergency, but at least she didn't drive. And two, being that she's an alcoholic, she still brought her glass with her. That's just a great move. Because you never know, the cops might be able to top you off. See, I mean, she even knew where the bottle was. Anyway, she tells them what happened at the motel, and this guy shares what Diana told him.
She called it a monster. She said it was part of the same bunch that attacked her and her father on the road and then killed the old guy.
By the way, he's played by Scott Glenn. He was in Urban Cowboy and Backdraft. Mercer shows up to confirm the story, and the inmates offer to help search for Diana. They gather some others for the search and they head out. Well, this guy and the motel owner goes to get the state police. Notice she still has her glass and they're not alone. At the Goyle hideout, we see that the leader is protective of Diana and that there are a number of them in the caves. Also, there's this.
Let me go.
No.
See, that's why you can't do business with a gargoyle. I remember this one time I needed to buy a camper. Well, I ended up buying one off of a pack of gargoyles, and when I went to leave, the wheels fell completely off. And of course, they want to give me my money back, and you know, oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, that's the plot of the movie Snatch. Still though, I mean, I get the feeling gargoyles are pretty shifty. Turns out that the leader wants her to teach him how to read.
You must teach me, Diana.
Cut to the search party, and they ask Mercer for more details on what they're looking for.
I think of a pretty high order of intelligence. At least they're well organized.
He also gives them a little history lesson.
They show up, about every 400 or 500 years. I'm guessing that's their incubation period.
Then they find the truck that was getting the state police, but just the truck and blood. Then we cut to the reading rainbow and find out.
We mean no harm. Your people have nothing to fear.
And that there's about a dozen of them. Also, Diana asks a smart question and gets treated like a child.
Why do I have to stay here if you mean us no harm?
Shh. Now, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to guess what happens next. We get surprised by some gargoyles walking in slow-mo. Who could have saw that coming? And for a treat, we get to see one hatching. So my question is, who's laying those eggs? Like, do you see the size of those eggs versus the size of the goyles? So does the phrase, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, mean anything to you at all? No? Okay, never mind then, it's not important. I think now we know why the leader wants Diana back with the search party. They find the motel owner, so some of the bikers take off. So much for...
Your people have nothing to fear.
Just a few weeks old and already knows how to bullshit people. It appears that they all know how to talk, and this one tells the leader about the search party. And we get a very odd shot. And I think this is exactly what it looks like when someone is drunk on power. And we get the makings of an ambush. But the humans have guns, so this should be pretty easy for them, right? Yeah, more of that. Mercer here straight up looking like Rambo. So it was a mostly failed ambush, except for this guy. Then the leader shows up riding a horse? Sure, why not? In the caves, it gets a little big-headed.
Do you think that you tricked me into bringing you here? You only tricked yourself.
Nope, pretty sure you just said this.
You want to see the girl,
So I don't think he actually thought he was fooling anyone. Dumb gargoyle.
and we shall not die. It will be you and your kind that die.
And we haven't seen anything yet that would make us think that they're invincible, so, you know, they die when you run over them, they die when you shoot them. They seem pretty killable. Maybe because some of them can fly? Like, we don't have fucking helicopters and planes? No, this seems like a flawed plan from the jump. But up next, we do have one of my favorite parts of the movie. Just pitches him. Well, at least it looks like he would be a kind ruler. Mercer easily gets out of the pit. Dumb gargoyle. Then we catch up on story time, and a few times we've seen this chick gargoyle who seems to be in a situationship with the leader. Mercer finds the eggs, and as he's not so sneakily traipsing around, the chick goyle grabs them.
Diana.
And again, look at the size ratio. Birthing these eggs would have ripped these gargoyles in half. Kind of like after eating Taco Bell. Am I right? Yeah, no, okay. Just me. Again, alright. The chick goyle leads them to Diana, and it occurs to me that it's been too long since we just slowed everything down, so let's just do that again. Mercer follows after the leader, which leads him outside, where he gives the deets to the search party. They come up with a plan to stop the baby goyles, and Mercer and the biker head back in to burn them alive. You know, it actually sounds pretty dark when you say it like that, huh? And it's a bloodbath. While dousing the eggs, the biker gets surrounded and sacrifices himself. Mercer catches up with the leader, who's planning on taking Diana, and tries convincing him to just leave.
We kill you before you can kill us. Go. Alone you have a chance. The rest of you are finished.
So quick-thinking Mercer rocks her so she can't fly.
Your choice has allowed you and your daughter to survive. It also allows me and my kind to survive.
Then it's time to take flight. And that's that, I guess. Fun facts? I don't know what this is, but it's fun facts time. Apparently they slowed down the gargoyles to give them an unnatural jerky quality. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it didn't quite hit the mark. Bernie Casey's voice was replaced by Vic Perrins in post. He's the guy who did the voiceover in the beginning. Gargoyles, the animated series, ran from 1994 to 1997. Stan Winston was one of the gargoyle makeup artists. This was his first movie after completing an apprenticeship at Walt Disney Studios. One day he found out that the makeup artists weren't going to be named in the credits, so he told the producers either they get a credit or he's leaving. Ultimately, they did get the credit, and many other makeup artists, including Dick Smith, one of his credits is makeup effects for The Exorcist, credit Winston with their craft getting greater recognition as art instead of just manual labor. And speaking of makeup, this movie actually won an Emmy for makeup. And had the makeup artist not been credited on screen, Winston and the other two artists would not have been able to win and take home the statue. So should he give it a view? It really depends on your taste, you know? Like, obviously this isn't gonna scare anyone, but I don't actually think that was really their full intent to begin with. If you like made-for-TV horror movies, this one is alright, you know? I'm still not a fan of all the slow-mo goyles, even after learning why they did it. The acting is actually pretty solid, especially the motel owner, and if you're bored, there's definitely worse ways to pass the time. There will be a link in the description where you can check it out for free if you want. My last review was for The Dentist, so go watch that. Alright, well, again, okay. Alright, I'm out of here.